She's just out today. Yeah. Oh, she wishes. It's like June or something. We're okay.
Okay. Good evening and welcome to the January 12th, 2026 Board of Aldermen meeting. I now call this meeting to order and ask everyone to please rise and join in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I would ask the city clerk to call roll for attendance.
Alderman Friedman. Here. Alderman Gerber.
Here.
Alderman Harder.
Here.
Alderman Hughes. Alderman Kinsella.
Here.
Alderman Sawyer.
Here.
And Alderman Schwer.
Here.
I have Alderman Murphy as absent. Mayor Remus presiding, and we do have a quorum.
Thank you. I just look to seek a motion and second to approve the minutes from our December 8th, 2025 meeting.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion or amendment relative to those minutes? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
There's carried unanimously. Next week, section where we hear from citizens, we've had a few people asked to speak, which is fine. And I would, when you call and come up, please give your name and your address. And keep in mind that we do allot 3 minutes and we're pretty strict about enforcing that. The first one was, and forgive me if I pronounce your name incorrectly, but it's Baten Tamimi.
Yes.
Thank you, please.
Hello, am I heard?
Yes, and good evening.
Good evening. My name is Fatima Tamimi, and I'm a fresh resident of Town and Country. I live off of Summerhill Lane. Do I have to give my exact address? 11 Summerhill Lane. I've only been there for a few weeks. Moved there for Baldwin, and I'm here to plea for Town and Country to consider changing the backyard chicken law from a minimum of 2 acres to 1. And while I considered coming here with some evidence regarding the childhood development and the positives of having pets in the lives of children, I decided to not bore you all with something you can search on Google and give you my own personal situation. My 5-year-old daughter was born with a rare genetic disorder called biotinidase deficiency, which makes her very irritable to hormone and preservative foods. So we have to have mostly all natural foods at home. My other 3 boys are severely allergic to, and myself and my husband were severely allergic to animals with hair, so we can't have any dogs or cats or bunnies. So those 2 combined about less than a year ago, my friend of mine started giving us fresh hen eggs, which my daughter really enjoyed, and she was acceptable to them when she ate them. So I decided, well, maybe I'll take those fertilized eggs and put them in an incubator. I put 12. 21 days later, we had 6 hatch, and they were our pets. They lived with us in the home for 6 weeks, up until, it was very difficult to keep inside the home. So we got them a little enclosure outside, and fearful of the hawks. Our house in Baldwin also backed into Queenie, as our new one does. My children would sit in 100-degree weather, staying with their chickens, just so hawks don't come and take them. Eventually, we did lose a few to predators, 2 to raccoons, and 1 to a hawk. We enjoyed finding this home in Town and Country with a nice big plot of flat land. And we thought this is perfect for our chickens. Well, right now we just have the 1 chicken after all the predators, 1 chicken and 1 rooster. Unfortunately, it was our mistake that we brought the rooster with us. The children would his name was Ghost, and they just didn't, he was his pet. And I know that roosters aren't allowed. Mind you, I did hear of the law in 2024 in Missouri that allowed the backyard chickens, and I know it's currently in limbo in Missouri. I'm not sure exactly where it stands. That's what also motivated us to keep those animals as pets. Our neighbor was not happy with the rooster and every right to not be. And so I immediately learned that, and, yeah, that's it. I'm just asking that you consider this case. Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time to come up.
Thank
And the next person is, Luz Salamani?
Salamone.
Salamoni.
You don't remember from last time?
Apparently. I'm not good on
That's been a
names.
long time ago. Thank you. Lou Salamone, 319 Quinmore Drive. You know, I'm here to speak about the deer hunting and the sharpshooter. I apologize in advance for any harsh statements. We are damaged. Nothing you can do will make us whole again. With having the sharpshooter kill all them. You can start immediately to make amends. You can terminate, you can suspend the sharpshooting, cut it off now. It's reckless environment. It's exactly what it is. You can distribute our non-biased community deer management questionnaire that I gave you all. Every location, every resident that hosted a shooter, or simply supply us with the addresses so we can send it to them. But I think you would want to put your letterhead, something on it says you're not associated with it or something. 3, an informal meeting. Schedule an informal meeting with us. We will present facts to you for 30, 45 minutes, and then anyone can answer questions. We'll answer questions. I don't really want it to be a big public thing. I want to avoid the scrutiny because that scrutiny will come your way. Why? With the reasons. Totally unsafe practices, and I'll explain. Unethical on many factors. Greed. Number 2 is greed. Greed to make a quota. He's killing every one of those that he sees. He won't let any of them pass, which the residents enjoy to see. 3, you are following in line with the embattled Dalton gang. That's a new term I got from the Dalton gang. That's what I'm going to call it. Dalton, Malin Smith, Lynn Wright. There should be 5. It should include NBC, Porath, and Shank, and Dean Nicola from White Buffalo. Lies. They're all complicit in it. All complicit. So the 2008 Deer Management Report, 41 pages. We would separate the fiction from the fact in that. And a lot of you are newer, and I think you don't really understand how they got to that back in the day. And Wildwood put out in one recently, they used all the facts that NBC gives them, but it's biased, it's tainted, it's cherry picking information. It's not true. It's not true, but they believe this stuff, and that's how you get to the sharpshooter. So at the town forum in 2008, Bill Kuehling asked, can bow hunting work for us? Buffalo Dean Nicola looked at Porath, Porath looked at Shank, and she said, oh, we have no data to support that. But there was 5 years of data available from Clarkson Valley and Chesterfield. So half-truths, cherry picking, to steer you to White Buffalo. Well, bow hunting was unrepresented at that meeting anyway, so there you go. Okay, back to a reason, greed. He kills every buck he sees. For example, January 19, 2014, Weedman, right next to Queenie Park, killed 8 deer. 7 of them were bucks. A 5.5-year-old, 2 4.5-year-olds, a 3.5-year-old, that's a 3.5-year-old, 2 2.5-year-olds, which are up and comers, we call them. We hunt in Manchester, which is 1.3 miles southwest of there.
Three's up.
I get you. Is there anybody else speaking? I'll speak for James real quick. I got one more page. Did anybody time it? I don't know if it's 3.
That was 3. I timed it.
Unincorporated spot is 438 yards across Queenie, where we hunt too. But that's not the real serious issue with the safety. You need to know what's going on with the safety issues. Deer Hollow, I was here, I spoke about Deer Hollow. My friends live on Balcon Estates, which is right behind where they had the sharpshooting last year, January 14, 2024, last year, 100 yards to their property line is where they shot. Fred was here, he spoke about the development at 270, 40, North 40, Joe Gieseking, 100 yards. Were they notified? No. They confirmed that department notified their police department that you were shooting that close to pre that with a name safety? Do you have safety guidelines? Are there measures? Okay, I'll cut it off real quick. Okay, all I gotta say now, there's a saying we all know, the fox is in the hen house, the fox in the hen house. Let me read that to you. Here's the definition, and I'll leave you alone. I value your time, I appreciate this.
I would say that there's not a person on this board that doesn't know what the.
Putting a dangerous, untrustworthy, or self-interested person in charge of something vulnerable, creating a high risk or exploitation of or harm. The other thing is Preservation Park. The baiting at Preservation Park is 73 yards from North Farming, and I drive by there to go hunt when it's dark out. He's drawing deer up the hill right by the pavilion to shoot them. That's so dangerous. What if they went across the highway, they get chased over by a coyote? This man is dangerous and it needs to be stopped. We need to be notified quickly if you're going to satisfy one of our requirements and meet with us or talk to us, or we're going to have to resort to Plan B. And again, I'm sorry about the harsh statements, but the Court of Public Opinion states that the Court of Public Opinion moves faster than the law. Okay, so elections are coming up. I value your time you put in here, but if you just keep treating us as second-class citizens and not letting us at least inform you what's going on here, at least give us the information to send out those questionnaires to people that let the sharpshooter, let them decide. I mean, if it goes all the way back to 2008, when Mason Valley came to you, they said, just give us a bow hunter. It never happened. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, everyone. Sorry, again, I apologize if it seemed a little rude or harsh, but under the circumstances, it needs to be.
The next speaker, James, is it Schonemeyer? Please.
Better than mine, you pronounce it better.
Yeah. James Schumeyer, 70 Cedar Brook. Thank you for your time. I'm here to obviously talk about the same deer hunting program, and with your neighboring communities all following suit, like you just seen with Wildwood, reconsidering the sharpshooter program. I just wanted to ask you all if you would do that as well. Not only can we do it safer because we're going to be doing bow hunting instead of sniper rifling at night, but we can do it for 4 straight months. The citizens can do all this, at a low cost or even free in some cases. And it just seems like that expenditure, though I understand that there's a need to call the deer and there's a need to manage the population so you don't have car accidents and so on and so forth. We can do it. And we can do it effectively. And all you have to do is ask your neighbors, ask, Chesterfield and Manchester and the local neighboring communities that we do for it. So, we're not just, I know that there might be a fear that, there's just a bunch of Hoosiers out there, throwing arrows around. That's not the case. We've never had an accident. It's incredibly safe and much more effective because not only, white buffalo can be in a few key spots and exterminate all the deer that you want over a couple of weekends or however long you pay them to come. But that's only as good for as long as you pay them to come. It only takes a few years of not paying them, and you're going to have a full rebound of those deer. Now, what you won't have a full rebound is deer like this. You'll have a population that's mixed of younger class deer that, once you lose your larger age class bucks, you've lost the incentive for people like me to come in and help you out. Because I'll shoot, 15 does and 1 buck. And that's how you really manage population is through doe extermination. They're the ones that, they produce 1 to 3 fawns, depending on the year. And the more you shoot them in an area like white buffalo does with that density, the more likely the deer that are on the periphery of that to have twins. So that's something you can search and see for yourself. The population rebound is a real factor. So, but what we can do is we can put 50 people all around town and country in the target areas that you would like, and we can safely and effectively manage that deer herd in a way that white buffalo never could. Because again, we live around here, and we can do it for 4 straight months safely and by the rules that NDC sets during the daytime. Where I think we can all agree, that's guns going off at night just doesn't seem like a great choice when you can have, we're shooting the deer from here to that corner. It's a close, ethical shot with expert marksmen. We've been training our whole lives to be good at this. And we're doing an effective job in your neighboring communities, and I would just, I'd like to ask y'all to consider letting us do that for you as well.
Thank you.
Mayor, I apologize. Bob, I apologize. You allowed Susan filled out one of the forms. If anybody else wants one, I'll leave it. We're leaving. Thank you.
Next, we have a public hearing to review a request by Pat Minor, owner, for approval of a conditional use permit for an accessory structure, a driveway gate located at 1377 South Mason Road in the Estate Zoning District. I now declare the public hearing open and would ask the city clerk to enter exhibits.
Exhibit number 1 is affidavit of publication of notice of hearing published in the St. Louis County on December 22nd, 2025. Exhibit number 2 is typewritten notice of hearing posted at the municipal center on the city's website, sent via Notify Me, posted on the subject property, and mailed to property owners within 300 feet of that property with a list of those owners attached. And exhibit number 3 is bill number 2601.
Ordinarily, I would invite our city planner, Mr. Spencer, to the podium, but he's out with the flu, apparently with some other members. I will put down that it did receive a variance from the Board of Adjustment, and planning and zoning approved it 7-1. Are there any question or discussion of this? Are there any members of the public that wish to comment about that? I now declare the public hearing closed. Thank you. A couple of appointments. I now seek the board's support to reappoint the municipal and provisional judges to 2-year terms as required by code. That is Judge Andrea Niehoff and provisional judge Doug Seidel, who they have been doing a great job. Is there a motion and second to approve?
Second.
Any discussion? Alderman Gerber?
I came in one night and watched the court operate. I just have to say I'm very impressed with Judge Niehoff, because the people who come in are really not from town and country. Town and country people get lawyers to take care of it for them. These are difficult people with difficult situations, and I just was very impressed with her empathy and willingness to help them, but also strict if they didn't follow through with what they said. So I'm just was very impressed with her.
The only comment I would add is I believe the people in town and country don't speak.
That's the reason.
Any other discussion? But I would second the job that they do. That's great. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? The motion carries. Thank you. At this point, I recognize the board's opportunity to provide reports. Alderman Harder.
On the PFE Commission, our next meeting will be a week from tomorrow, January 20th at 4:30 in the community room. And there will be, again, several service awards for exemplary service over the last quarter. So if you have nothing to do, you'd like to come up and watch the people get awarded, it's a great opportunity. Although everybody's invited, but I know you all won't show. That's okay. Now, the Special Olympics fundraising for 2026 has begun. Last year, we came in second in the Polar Plunge fundraising and second in the Torch Run t-shirt sales. Now, our public relations team has set a goal to exceed our achievements from last year. Now, details on upcoming opportunities to help fundraise will be forthcoming in future meetings. So, and then finally, the Citizens Police Academy, which is this spring, we already have 10 people signed up for it, 10 residents, which is a record, I believe, right?
As long as I can remember, that's the most we've ever had.
At least over the last 50 years. So there's only 8 openings left. So if you want to take part in this, now, if you don't do the first one, you can't do the second one in the fall. So if you want to sign up, please see Chief Wilkie, and he can give you the links to sign up for this. Or Ashley?
Sure.
She can also do that. So, and that is all I've got.
Okay, thank you. Alderman Hughes.
Thank you, Mayor. The next meeting of the Architecture Review Board is set for Monday, February the 2nd, 5:30 here at the Municipal Center. And the following items are to be discussed. Number one, a new single-family house at 12304 Wildlife Trail in the new Deer Hollow subdivision. A new single-family house at 13112 Thornhill. An addition at 1974, pardon me, Carlin Drive. An addition at 555 South Mason Road. A 10,484 square foot addition at Mariaville. And finally, an amendment to the public notice requirements for the Architecture Review Board applications. All are welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Alderman Sawyer.
Thank you, Mayor. The Ways and Means Commission meeting originally scheduled for Wednesday, January 28th has been postponed. This meeting will be rescheduled for March 28th at 8:30 a.m. here in the Municipal Center. And of course, everyone is welcome to attend. Excuse
I
me.
think it's the 25th.
25th.
Oh, I said 28th. Correction, please, that is the 25th. Thank you.
Thank you. Alderman Kinsella.
Thank you, Mayor. The next meeting of the Planning and Zoning Commission is scheduled for Wednesday, January 21st at 7 p.m. There'll be 3 items on the agenda that evening. A conditional use permit for a street-facing rooftop solar array at 12,545 Amersham Court. There'll be a boundary adjustment plat to adjust the property line between 1285 and 1297 Dry Ridge Road, and an amended site development plan for Mariaville, which, as Alderman Hughes pointed out, is 10,484 square feet. All welcome to attend the meeting.
Thank you. Mr. Sheldon, give an update.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple of updates on our facilities progress. The staff will be meeting with our architects and engineers this week and again next week. Next week, we hope to have all of our group assembled and actually go through final design documents. We'll send those back to Navigate, our owner's rep, for another round of estimates to be sure we're still on track with the municipal facility and police department. We'll bring that information back to you once we have that. With the fire station, we completed a retro commissioning of the HVAC, provided some information back to the fire department, the fire district. They're meeting with, they are in charge of the software to make some adjustments. We just want to make sure all of our units there are rightly sized. So we want to get that right before we do any redesign of that facility. And then lastly, on the Public Works facility, they have some preliminary designs that we've sent out to the fire district and MSD and all the codes. Before we get into any design, as we've learned from our studies, let's get any feedback and make sure we're on the right track before we take the next step. So all 3 making good progress.
Great. And I think it's really vitally important that we have periodic updates in terms of are we running ahead or behind in schedule, ahead or behind in expenses, changes in plans. Yeah, I think, thank you for that update. And this is something that if it goes off the rails, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
So we really need to be on top of it
Yeah.
for sure. But thank you. Next, I'll read the payable report for December payments. I recognize, I know you've all had it, seen it. I recognize your opportunity to ask questions on the monthly payables report. Alderman Kinsella.
Thank you, Mayor. Just one quick question, and Bob, you may know the answer to this. On page 6, there was an element of the repair for the bridge in Lucky Farm Park where the tree had fallen on the bridge. It's a substantial price. How much is insurance going to cover that?
Ms. Nixon or Mr. Jolly, does anybody remember our insurance settlement money?
I know the dollar amount on there was $26,902, which is not only the temporary repair, but also it's the supplies for the final repair.
Yeah.
I'm just curious how much of that is covered by insurance.
I don't have the number off the top of my head, but the insurance paid for the full project minus our $5,000 deductible, approximately $19,000.
Okay, yeah, excellent, good, thank you, Dan.
Alderman Hughes.
Thank you, Mayor. My usual question. Page 1, 5 dead deer were removed on 11/2025.
Mhm.
From where?
Yeah, so this round, those deer came from Ridge Creek, Tammany, Topping Place, South Mason, and Carberry.
Okay. Thank you.
Did any of them die from old age?
I don't know the cause of death.
Okay, thank you.
And on page 4, I have one more question. With respect to the military first responder tribute, where do they stand with funding?
So the mayor may know more, or Ms. Nixon, I understood they're trying to raise some additional funds still.
That is correct, and I think they're having some success, honestly. I don't have the specific numbers, but I'm getting, for a project that's gone on as long as I've been mayor, or as long as I'm getting slightly optimistic it might actually get built. Okay, so they're working very diligently to get done, and her crew and the volunteers on that committee, including former Mayor Manch, who's not part of any gang, as far as I know, are really doing yeoman work to try to get to there, and they're working hard. They really are. It's been a daunting, unbelievable daunting process.
I'll speak with the anonymous donor.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Good.
We have no unfinished business, so moving on to new business. Bill number 26-01, I believe, probably sponsored by Alderman Friedman and Gerber. Without objection, would the city clerk read the bill for the first time?
Bill number 2601 is an ordinance approving a conditional use and authorizing a conditional use permit for an accessory structure, a driveway gate located at 1377 South Mason Road in the city of Town and Country.
Thank you. This bill, number 2601, is continued to the meeting of Monday, January 26, 2026, for the second reading and consideration. Next is resolution number R01-2026. So our first resolution of the year. A resolution of the Town and Country Board of Aldermen endorsing St. Louis County's grant program for waste reduction efforts and authorizing an application for an associated community event grant. I seek a motion and second to approve.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion or amendment? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Next is bill number 26-02. Sponsored perhaps by Alderman Hughes and Schwer. Without objection, would the city clerk read the bill for the first time?
Bill number 2602 is an ordinance accepting the bid and authorizing an agreement with T Hill Construction for the Westmore Place Stormwater Project and authorizing a reimbursement agreement with conditions between the City of Town and Country and the Metropolitan St. Louis Sewer District.
Thank you. This bill number 2602 is continued to the meeting of Monday, January 26, 2026 for the second reading consideration. Next bill 26-03, perhaps sponsored by the board as a whole. Without objection, would the city clerk read the bill for the first time?
Bill number 2603 is an ordinance authorizing an engineering services agreement with Horner and Schifrin, Inc. for engineering services related to the Boak Road resurfacing and pedestrian improvements project.
Thank you. This bill 2603 is continued to the meeting of Monday, January 26, 2026 for the second reading and consideration. Next is approval of waste hauler licenses for American Eagle, Gateway Disposal, Republic Services, Waste Management, and Art Hauling. Seek a motion and second to approve.
Second.
Any discussion or amendment? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
That obviously carries. Thank you. I do not have anything else to bring up, but would open it up to the board if there's any items they wish to bring up. That's not on the agenda. Hearing none, I seek a motion and second to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much for your time and attention. And Mr. Timmons, I'm gonna come talk to you for a second.